How much you love them, or how much we love doing DIYs on the show. It is Marine Week, and yesterday we did a DIY. Today, well, yesterday we did the table. It was beautiful. Today we're doing a DIY. Matanna, what are you doing on the show?
Exactly, as you said. So you remember the seaside table setting we had yesterday, and we had our little oyster shell salt and pepper set on the table. And what I love about this craft, it's super easy, and it's really great to prep before you do a table setting or a lunch or a dinner with friends or family. You know, usually when you order oysters, you get them in bulk. So you have all these shells and you don't know what to do with them. So this is a great alternative. And the same way that I love that you would go to the beach and collect shells and afterwards see the shells in your home and reminisce about the time you had at the seaside, the same way your guests can take home their little gift. You can make one for each person. And they can think about the dinner or the table setting or the wonderful time they had with you and your family.
I think it's a really good idea to have something that someone can take home that is on the table. It's almost like being at a function, but dinner for four. Hey, why not? So I see that you've used them. This is the completed one. So
this is the completed ones.
Okay,
it's really easy. Let's go through what we would need for this craft.
All right.
So your empty oyster shells.
Right. And you can just ask the restaurant to keep it for you, I guess, if you're doing it.
Exactly. Or you can go to your fishery or a fishmonger and get, buy in bulk and eat the oysters and just keep all the shells.
That's a much better idea.
Then you would need a metallic gold craft paint.
I was wondering what you use. Is it like any paint that you paint?
It's just literally, it's a craft paint.
Could you use a spray?
You could use spray paint. I really like how the colour comes off on the craft paint, so I would suggest using the craft paint, but you can use spray paint if you want to. Also, it's harder to, if you're spraying, it's harder to get it all into one place because you only paint the top, as you can see, not the whole shell. Then an acrylic gloss glaze, and this helps just to seal that you paint on the gold afterwards so that you can protect the food that's going onto it, because obviously you don't know how the food's going to mix with the gold craft paint.
So it's just protect gloss. Okay.
Yes, and then 2 paint brushes. So I've laid some newspaper. What you do once you've taken the actual oyster out of the shell, you make sure that you wash it in hot water with some soap and wash it very well and make sure there's, you get rid of all the little... Use a brush, use whatever you need to, just to make sure that you've got a nice, clean surface. Then leave it out in the sunshine to dry. This really helps just get rid of any germs or anything that's still on the shell that you haven't been able to get off. And then once that's done and dry, now it's ready to be painted. So very, very simple. We're going to take our
gold
paint, and we would actually do 2 layers. I'm going to quickly just do the first layer, as you can see.
You're a fast painter.
I'm a fast painter. And it's just super, super easy.
How long does it take to dry?
It takes, this craft paint takes really quick to dry. So it's just super, super easy. You just kind of lay on. This is the first layer, and then...
I'm so tempted to paint my nails as well, Matanna. I'm looking at that. Okay, this is very easy to do. We're going to show you how we got to this point if you're missing out. But I'm thinking this is a cool craft for everyone who's having school holidays at the moment.
Exactly.
You can definitely do this. So
So once that's dried, you paint another layer, and then now we have already, 2 layers, nice and dried, painted, ready for us. And
now, before you show us how to do our glass paint, if you want to see how we got to that point, have a look at this.
Wash shell in hot water with soap. Leave in sunshine to dry. Paint 2 coats of gold metallic paint. Paint acrylic gloss over the gold.
And it's as easy as that. So how do we put our acrylic gloss on?
So I just put a little bit of the acrylic gloss on newspaper because it's very sticky. And literally you just very lightly brush it all over the top.
Oh, it makes it pretty.
Yeah, it holds it and keeps it so that if it gets wet, the paint's not going to rub off, and it just helps keep the coating really nice and glossy and protect your salt and pepper food, obviously.
And how much of it should you paint on?
It's up to you. You can see if you feel like you want another layer, you can do it as well once it's dry. But I mean, it's that simple. And there we have a finished product, salt and pepper, super easy, and it looks so pretty.
See, I love doing table settings. Matanna's so good with it, and even these ones. I love the fact that your guests can take it home. Thank you, Matanna.
Thank you.
This is great. Salt and pepper, and we're celebrating SA Marine Week on our Feel Good Breakfast show this morning. Thanks for bringing us arts and crafts and easy stuff to do. Well, something else that's really easy, liquid fertilizer is easier to make than what you would imagine. Think organic. Take a look.